Welcome to another video. We got something new to install. We got a Dap Shift Knob we're going to put in the car. Let's open it up, show you what's inside, and show you how to install it in the MK6 Jetta. It's the base model Jetta, by the way, but this will also be the same install for a GLI, pretty much any MK6. So, open up the box. Got some goodies here. There's a sticker. I got the Christmas coin, 5-speed shift pattern. And then, you know, this is how it clamps onto the shaft, and then this is your base for the shift knob. So, and then I also went with a 60mm smooth ball. I'll probably get a 60mm golf ball in the future as well, just so I can have both. Flip-flop whenever I feel like it. Magnet over here is for the back of the coin, and then you got your hardware kit inside here. Comes with the stuff you need and the zip tie to zip tie your boot back down. So while we're installing this shift knob in the car, you see my boot's pretty bad, and this stainless steel ball is nice and all, but man, in the summer it gets really hot, and in the winter it's really cold. Like right now it's like, I'd say probably 40 degrees. It's pretty cold right now. And we're going to be installing this GLI shift boot while we're at it with, obviously we'll get rid of the knob, but it's an OEM GLI shift boot to go with all the red stitching I have everywhere already. So we'll finally be able to match it up, and we'll get a red ball and, well, I'm sorry, black ball and a red coin and base. So we'll start getting into it. To start out with, you got to pull the cover off. It's pretty easy. This just pops right up. So you just reach in there, pull it out, and then if you don't have an aftermarket ball, there'll be just a clamp right here that it's like a band clamp. You pretty much have to cut it to get it off. There's no reusing it. You just cut it to get rid of it if you're doing this on your car. On this one, since it's aftermarket, there's some little set screws. I'm gonna have to get Allen keys and pull that off. Looks like this one actually has standard size, just like that. Our weighted shift ball with the base on it has been removed. The DAP shift knob has a clamp style, so this will slide down the shaft like that, and then this will get clamped on. You want to do it around the area where you have all this grip on it. I'm sure the other one wasn't that low because it probably didn't go all the way down in there like that. So we'll be putting it on here. What you want to do is you want to get these screws started, but you don't want to tighten them down yet, because you're going to have to orientate this so that you know how your shift ball is going to sit. So your hardware kit, you know, you get a couple of Allen keys. So you don't really need any tools other than like a pair of cutters to cut the zip tie when you're done. Sorry, so this screw is for the magnet, to attach the magnet to the coin. Then you have 4 of the small screws and 2 of the longer screws. So the 4 small screws are going to go into your adapter that bolts onto the shift knob, and then the 2 longer screws will go into this piece that screws into the base of the ball. Alright, so we got those started. Now this will slip down and we can get it around where we need it to be. Next we'll work on assembling the ball. And so you're going to take the ball will attach to the base. There's 2 holes in there. Actually there's 4 holes, but 2 holes that match the same size, and you want to line those up with the threads on the base so that everything lines up inside of here. Alright, so we got that all tightened down, so our base is now together with our metal insert. This metal insert is what the magnet attaches to so that the coin is centered. Now you can see where this groove is. This is where you're going to need the coin to sit. So on the back of the coin, there's also that notch. That's where it's going to sit inside the shift knob, like that. This is going to be the trickiest part, detaching the boot from the original shift knob. So on this style, it's kind of hard to see, but these little feet on here, they kind of pop out and allows this to fall through so that this piece, this ring around here, comes off. You got to pop these little feet out, but you'll have to work it all the way around and pretty much pop this coin off. What people do is they'll put like a tool in between here to get it to pop up more, so as they work these out, they'll pop out. So once you work it around, you want to be careful. There is 2 little grooves right where the boot is, so it's a little bit less harmful on the softer spots of the boot, But once you get it past the lip, you'll be able to just kind of twist it and pop that off like that. So that fully pops off, and then you're left with the boot. The shift knob is right here. And this boot's not perfect, it's a little worn out too, but I don't want to spend $200 on a brand new one. Alright, so now we got the base on here, it's loose. I'm going to take our ball, we'll get our ball, attach to the base. Make sure you get that tight at the base. You want the ball to be actually attached to the base pretty good before you go tightening everything down. So once that's good, then the boot will spin in there, so you can spin the boot either which way. But what you want to do is line your shift knob up with the orientation. So I got my groove towards the front. You want that centered, and if you want, you can put the coin in it, just so you kind of know what you're looking at and where you want this thing centered at. We got that. We'll hold the ball, and then we're going to tighten up our screws here. I'm going to make sure it's at the knurled part of the shifter. And you don't need to like crank these crazy, because it is an Allen head, so it's easy to strip out. So now that we got that, our knob is good and tight. Now we can lift this up, and we can actually pull our knob off of it now. And then we'll lift our boot up, and now we can zip tie our boot to our shaft. So it goes through the end, and then it comes out that little slot right there, so that you can tighten it without having a rough edge or a lifted edge on the boot. So we got that tight. Now we'll get a pair of snips, we'll snip that off, and then finish this up. Alright, so I got my flush cuts here. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the flush cuts, I'll grab the zip tie a little bit and give it a little twist. See if I can ratchet it a little bit tighter. And then cut it off, and boom. Nice flush. Put that back down. And then the shaft should go right over that. Alright. Like I said, this will look better if you have a brand new boot, but I'm using a used boot that I got out of the junkyard. So, our shift knob's now in. And now all that's left is our coin. For the Christmas theme, I have this nice little Christmas coin, since it is Christmas. And we'll get this installed. This is where you'll have to get your magnet out. Be very careful, because this is an extremely powerful magnet. And like these, as strong as they are, if you let them latch onto something they're not supposed to, like if you just drop it in there, you risk shattering them because they're so powerful. So you want to get the magnet on the coin, and then you want to take your little screw that you have, which I have right here, and you want to start it. I just start it with my thumb. And then you can take your really small Allen key. Oh, see, the magnet sticks to the Allen key. And then thread it all the way on. So my red base is going to look a little weird with this Christmas themed coin, because I had intended to have the red shift pattern done but I'll show you both just for the video. We'll put the red one on, see how it looks once it's all done. But now that you got that, you want to be very careful and just kind of walk it in to its position, and then boom, clipped in. So that's our shifter is now installed, and it's good. All right, so we got the coin installed, the whole shift knob's good, everything's nice. So if you want to pop this coin off, there's actually a hole in the bottom of the shift knob where you can slip your wrench inside, and the wrench will actually stick to it. All right, so you see where the wrench is. So the wrench, you just kind of can push it up, and then boom, that's how you remove the coin. And so now I'm going to pop this off real quick, and I'm going to put the red one on and see how the red one looks. And just so you know, you can buy extra magnets and stuff. So if you're going to be buying multiple coins, which there's like already limited edition runs, like the Christmas one is a very limited edition. There's only a few of these. You can still get them on the site right now. I don't know how long they'll last, but so you can buy these magnets separate and the screws. Just reach out to them, shoot them an email, and they can set you up with the part numbers so you can purchase them off the site instead of swapping your screw and magnet over every time. You just have a magnet already pre-attached to the coin. But same thing, you're going to take your coin, be very gentle with it, just kind of boom, there you go. And that's the red base with the red coin, black knob. I think it looks good with all the, you know, little bitty red accents, not like crazy. I could do a red ball too, like a red golf ball, or a red smooth ball. But I just kind of wanted something a little bit, you know, different, but subtle still. And I think that looks good. Guys, that's gonna be the end of that video. I appreciate you watching. Feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions, or if you have any questions about the shift knob itself, shoot an email over to Dap. They're pretty responsive. And yeah, these new shift knobs are pretty nice. They're modular, so you can change everything. You can change the ball, the coin, the base. It's pretty nice little setup. I'll definitely be doing a golf ball in the future, the 60mm golf ball, because I want to see how it's going to feel, you know, driving it over time. But the smooth one I really like. The flat top of the actual shift knob is really nice. It like sits in your palm nice. So all I got to do is drive it around, see how I like it, and should be a pretty good little upgrade. Appreciate you guys watching. See you in the next one.